Hi, my name is Lana Schwarcz. I'll be your last speaker for today. I just wanted to thank everyone for supporting our Save Auslan course and campaign, and thank you also to our previous speakers. By the way, it's amazing to see so many people here. Probably the biggest audience I've ever had. I'd like to thank our previous speakers. Please put your hands together for the wonderful Brenda McKinty, the Kangan Auslan student who has spearheaded this campaign. Melissa Lowry, the Executive Officer at Deaf Victoria. Susan Emerson from the Auslan Interpreting Industry Forum Victoria. Maria Burgess from the Auslan Teachers Association of Victoria. Heather Lawson from the Deaf Blind Advocacy Group. And finally, Sue Pennicue, the wonderful education spokesperson and member of the Greens. That got us so hopeful. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank our amazing interpreters who have volunteered their services together today. I only have 3 names, but I know that there are other volunteers who have jumped in and helped to fill in spots. But I will actually name Maxine Buxton, Glenda Judd, and Dennis Whitcomb. Thank you so much for volunteering your time. Plus all of the hard-working student campaigners, you know who you are. And Claire Glazebrook for making the t-shirts, V. Castell for the banner, and many thanks to Rich from DJ Warehouse for supplying our audio tech. Now, you've just heard everyone talk about why this course is important from a human rights, political and social angle. And I wanted to attempt to give you a little personal student perspective. I'm a second-year student at Kangan. I'm one of the lucky ones who will actually graduate at the end of 2012, hopefully. So if I get to graduate, why does the axing of the Auslan department bother me so much? It all happens after I leave, so why should I care? To be honest, there's still a part of me that really hopes this whole exercise is part of an elaborate assessment exercise created by the teachers to help us learn the signs for protest, rally, Parliament House, and oops, I happen to have made a factual error. Because that's exactly the type of dedication that that department has to our learning. I know that they haven't done that. They don't have the money. And I would be made to sign this entire speech. I just wish it were true, because the reality makes me very sad. I decided 1.5 years ago to change careers. I chose Auslan because I thought that as an expressive performer, it could be something that I would pick up easily. I was wrong. Auslan is not easy. 1.5 years into a full-time immersion course, and I'm still making mistake after mistake after mistake, because Auslan, like any other language, is complex and precise. So even after 1.5 years of study, 4 full days a week, I still couldn't say that I was ready yet to train as an interpreter. It then seems ludicrous to me that Minister Hall could think that anyone could think that Minister Hall could think that anyone could get a good enough grip on the language by studying part-time. For any other language study, one might immerse themselves by travelling to another country. Minister Hall, this is the country of the language of my choice. Wow. I think I'm crying. Kangan was the only place that you could get close enough to a foreign language immersion as you could possibly get. Auslan and other signed languages are unique. Even the lexicon of the language seems to have a positive outlook on life. Agreement verbs, for example, you're all getting a lesson here, are verbs which show who is doing the action to whom. It turns out that to argue is actually an agreement verb. I maintained that actually it was a disagreement verb, but as the class was laughing at me, I had an epiphany. That only a language such as Auslan could define something so negative in meaning as a positive word class. This is an optimistic language. It's also a persecuted language It's also a persecuted language that has survived many attempts to change it. At that moment, the disagreement verb moment, I fell in love with a form of communication. Probably not going to keep me warm at night, but that love is one of the many reasons why I care. I'm so very proud that I made that decision a year and a half ago. I had no knowledge of the language at all, but now I have a superpower. I have the superpower to communicate with a portion of the Melbourne community that not everyone has access to. And that is the biggest privilege of all. Not to mention, of course, the ability to talk in loud bars, but not the point. We students are asking Minister Hall to please recognise your superpower and save this vibrant and unique school for culture and community. This course can't be taught part-time, nor should it be taught by community centres. It is full-time language tuition, and as a result, needs to be hosted by an educational institution with full access to student support networks, like a library, photocopiers, computers, somewhere to eat, student advice counsellors. Student support is vital, and only an educational institution can provide this. Please, Mr. Hall, help us redefine the verb to protest into an agreement verb. We will agree to continue to provide the future workforce with skilled interpreters, integration aides, teachers and family members if you agree to fully fund this course in a supported educational environment. Thank you everyone for turning up today.